All right, hello everyone. It's October 12th. Finally, we get back to the easy one. It's been a hard one for quite a while. All right, what's this? Minimum cost climbing stairs. You give an integer cost, where cost I is the cost of the ith step on a staircase. Once you pay the cost, you can either climb 1 or 2 steps. You can either start from the step with index 0 or step with index 1. Return the minimum cost to reach the top. Okay, so at each position, you can pay that cost, and then you can climb 1 or 2 steps. So you go 1 or 2 after you pay the cost. And you can either start from the 0. This most likely is DP, so we're gonna go with DP for this. Right, so 10, 15, and 20. So DP says we want to the minimum cost. So if you, wait, hold on. Minimum cost to reach the top of the floor. So you'll start with index 1, pay 15, and then climb 2 steps to reach. So the top of floor, this is top. Okay, this is top. So basically we just say the minimum cost needed to go from here, all the way to the front, right? So the minimum to go from this to the top is going to be 20, right? So the minimum go from here to the top is going to be 15, right? And the minimum from this to the top, well, I can go 1 step or 2 steps, right? So I find the smaller of the two is 15, so it's 25. So the answer is the smaller of these two, so it's 15. Okay. So the other one is 1, 100, 1, 1, 1, 100, 1, 1, 100, 1, right? 1, 100, 1, 1, 100, 1, 1, 1, 1. Yeah. So in this one, the same thing. Minimum to go, this is 1. Minimum to go from here. So we have to start from this position. That's 100. Minimum to go from here, well, I can choose the smaller of the two. So it's 1, so this is be 2. Minimum go from here, I'll choose smaller of these two, which is 3. Minimum go here, smaller of these two, which is 102. Smaller of these two, which is 4. Smaller of these two, which is 5. Smaller of these two, which is 5. Smaller of these two, smaller of these two, which is 105. Smaller of these two, which is 6. So answer is 6. So we can do this. So DP, we're gonna do, I think I only need 2 values, right? So int second step, and the cost length at least 2, right? So second will equal to cost.length minus 1, and int first step has to be cost.length minus 2. All right, this just for sure, because when you take from this, you have to go this. You have to take this, you have to go this. So that's that. And then you just say, for int I equal to cost.length minus 3. I logic is 0, I minus, right? The current one is gonna be so you have first, second. So this will actually become the first, right? So the first will equal to the smaller of these two, done. And then the first becomes second. So we need a temp, okay? So we need a temp. So temp shall equal to math.min first, second plus cost I. Right, that's the temp. And then second, first will equal to first. No, not first. Second will equal to first. Right, second will equal to first, and then first will equal to temp. Then we go again. Once at the end, when we're done, we have a temp, first equal to temp, and then we just return the minimum, first and the second. That shall do. Yep. DP. Yep. Yep. All right, we're done with this. Let's put this up. Okay, so we're done with this one. Move on. It's an easy problem too. Infinite method object. Write a function that returns an infinite method object. An infinite method object is defined as an object that allows you to call any method, and it will always return the name of the method. Holy guacamole. What the hell is this? So method equals input. Const object equals create this infinite object, and an object this, call it. So we return an object. It's a function, right? We return an object, and then when we call a method of this object, which means, what does this one do? Okay, I think this is, I don't know. What does this one do? Right, what happens when you do that? When you try to access, right, what thing gets called? That's, yeah, I don't know what that is. How should I search for this? JavaScript. What happens when access key in object? It's not really object.keys. It's not access to keys. And what is that called? That called is, now I think I need to go to object prototype. Object prototype. Value of. No. Is that the one? No, it's a, no, not this one. assign, create. I don't know. And I don't even know what's the name of this way of access. Object access value by key. Yeah. String representation. Is equivalent to this. Yeah, this doesn't really explain. Bracket object bracket notation. Yes, we're getting there. Property accessors. We have a dot. All right, what's underneath? Okay, syntax expression should evaluate to a string or symbol that represents the property's name, so it can be any string, right? Does the exact same thing as previous. Space between notation is allowed. Passing expression that evaluate to will do the same thing as using square bracket to access properties whose names are given by external input. Object injection. Property name. Method binding. The property method distinction is little more than a convention. The method is a property that can be called. Method is not bound to the that is property of. This is not fixed in a method and does not necessarily refer to the object containing the method. That's not what we want. Eval. Bracket notation can be used instead. Didn't explain accessor. Or maybe I'm doing it the wrong way. I don't know, but you have to grab this. How do you grab it? Accessor. I don't know, what else can we say about this? I should say access or acquire the get keyword. I don't know what's A get keyword. Hold on, what does this one do? Get. Nah, that's not. Get syntax binds an object property to a function. Now let's bind an object function. Set. Set syntax binds an object property to a function to be called when there is an attempt to set that property. Set current name. Yeah, you have to call dot current. It's not. No, that's not. Method definition. Default arrow expression overview. I don't know. I don't know what method to use for this. I have no idea. Yeah, this is one of those, if you don't know what it's trying to do, you just don't know. And I don't even know how to search for this. Acquire the key in accessor. Get a key in object by its value. Access using dynamic key. This could be done with object of keys. That's not what I want. That's dynamic key. That's not what we want. Gotta get a key by its value. That's not what we want. That's not what we want. Grab the value in accessor. Get accessor not returning. Nah, that's not what we want. I don't know. I have no clue. Like, what should I use? Proxy. What is this proxy? See, this problem, it shouldn't really label as easy, right? You don't know. I've never heard of proxy. What is proxy? create a proxy for another object which can intercept and redefine fundamental operations of that object. Proxy object allows you to create an object that can be used in place of the original object, but which may redefine fundamental object operations like getting, setting, and defining properties. Proxy objects are commonly used to lock property access. Okay. Create a proxy with two parameters. Target, the original object which you want to proxy, and handler, an object that defines which operations will be intercepted and how to redefine. For example, this code creates a proxy for the target. So we have a target, and we have a handler. Wait, hold a second. We have a proxy, is a new proxy. Have a target, the original object you want to proxy. Okay, this I want to proxy. And handler, an object defines which operations will be intercepted and how to redefine intercepted operation. Handler, but we have nothing in handler. The proxy behaves just like the original. To customize, we define functions on handler. Oh, we define a get. That's how you get target. What the hell is prop and what the hell is receiver? We provided an implementation for the get handler, which intercept. Actually tells you what this one does. Intercept attempts to access properties in the target. Handler functions are similar, sometimes called traps, because they trap calls to the. I wonder if you can do this in Python. I wonder. The very simple trap, only two. So when you call whatever, it will return world. With reflect, which provides some methods with the same name as the proxy traps, provide a reflective semantics for invoking the corresponding object internal methods. For example, we can call reflect.get if we don't wish to redefine the object's behavior. So if it's message 2, so we're trap the get, right? So if the prop, target prop, if it's message 2, we'll return world. Otherwise, I'll reflect it. I'll reflect.get arguments. Huh. Oh, infinite recursion, yeah, because the reflect methods, it doesn't deproxify the proxy. If it's invoked, it's invoked inside. Oh, if it's invoked inside, this doesn't invoke inside. It does. It calls this, right? If you use reflect methods within the proxy trap and the reflect method call gets intercepted, well, this gets intercepted by the trap again. Then you'll call it again, you call it again. But this one doesn't get intercepted because we say we'll call the other thing. Reflect.get methods. Wait, hold on. How is this not getting... So we call this again, right? It doesn't deproxify. If you use reflect methods within a proxy trap and the reflect method call gets intercepted by the trap, like what will happen if it get intercepted? Well, this one says .get. Is this not getting intercepted again? I don't know, I want an example of this reflect. I want an example of reflect recursion. Okay, proxy reflect infinite recursion. No, I just want an example. Reflect the has. Oh my god. Oh my god. Is this what I'm gonna deal with? Oh my god. Still a lot. Damn. What am I getting myself into? Handler set get. That's the object. You are set again. So I think that's when it just gets recursion, right? Reflect, that's the original one, does set. But this doesn't get trapped again? Alright, I have no idea. I need to actually handle this myself. Anyway, handler, the object passed to, okay, trap. Trap is a function, target, invariance. Object internal methods. We expect the following to have X property is searched up the prototype chain until it is found. If X is a data property, property descripts the value is returned is an accessed property. Accessor property, the getter is invoked, and the return value of the getter is returned. A magic length property though, and modified. Define non-property internal method that knows how to update length. Oh my goodness. My goodness. All right, anyway, that's the trap we need. We just need to get a prop, right? We just need to build a prop. Target is this receiver. This traffic intercept these operations. Property access and reflect. Okay, so this one will get trapped as well. Yeah, that's the part I don't understand. Following violates a invariant. Yeah, that's the part I don't know. Isn't that gets trapped as well? Yeah, that's something I don't understand. It says this gets trapped, right? Which means when I call reflect.get, then it will get trapped again. And then it will call reflect.get again. It will call reflect.get again. I think I'm missing something. All right. It's a reflect.get. This shall get trapped again. So it get trapped. But hold on, the get arguments. What is this arguments? Wait, what the hell is reflect.get? And what is this argument? Reflect.get. Oh wait, hold a second. Reflect.get. No. What's reflect.get? Hold on. What is reflect.get? What does this one return? It's a static method. It's like the property accessor syntax, but as a function. So reflect.get objects and this will return 1. Huh? What the hell? Reflect.get is the actual function that will give you stuff. Right? It actually gives you stuff. It returns the value of the property, and What the hell is this? What's this argument? I don't understand. Right? Wait, does this argument say something? Is this argument this? Oh yeah, I think it is. Didn't you do this in the past in a show that it's... See? See? It didn't work. This one doesn't work. It does work. Wait, wait. I'm confused. What the hell? Alright, so this one we print out, all fine, but I cannot console.log. Can I log whatever? I can. But I cannot do arguments. Can I do arguments.length? Yes. Arguments is this thing. This is arguments. But I cannot call arguments. I cannot log arguments. Because once you log arguments, right? Once you log arguments, I think I read it earlier. What it calls, I need to turn this into a string. And to turn it into a string, you need to call get. Right? And then when you call get, you're inside the handler. So when you call get, it gets trapped again. It gets trapped. So what I think is, you can call this get, it doesn't get trapped. Otherwise, it doesn't make any sense. Right? But it also says the trap can intersect. This is the part I don't understand. The trap can intercept reflect.get in the property access. Reflect. Let's see. Reflect get trap. Which one? Have you read this? Alright, contains the method for invoking interceptable JavaScript object internal methods. Unlike most global object, it's not a constructor. You cannot use it to get a new, okay? All properties and methods are static. The reflect object provides a collection of static functions which have the same name as proxy handler methods. I get that. The major use of reflect is to provide default forwarding behavior in proxy handler trap. A trap is used to intercept an operational object. I get that. It provides a custom implementation for an object internal method. Get that. The reflect API is used to invoke the corresponding internal method. For example, the code below creates a proxy P with a delete property trap that intercepts the delete internal method. Reflect on this is used to invoke the default delete behavior on target object directly. You can replace it with delete, but using reflect saves you from having to remember the syntax that each internal method corresponds to. Alright, I think it does not get trapped. It does not get trapped because this is calling the internal method. The one you get trapped, all right, is to intercept an operation on an object. So which means, okay, actually, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Let's keep reading. Also allow finer control of how the internal method is invoked. Is the only way to construct a target function with a specific new target value. I don't understand what this means. For another example, this route to return a getter with a custom this value or property accessor. Always use the current object. Okay, I know, I get that. Every reflect method's behavior can be done with some other syntax or method. Some of these methods have corresponding static methods of the same name. Do have some subtle differences. Static. It does say returns the value of the property. Works like getting a property from an object as a function. That's what it says, right? That's what it says. But does it get trapped? Okay. Does reflect get trapped? It's the same, but it is. How is it now getting trapped? Property access returns a reference, but this returns its value. Always dereferenced on the right side. On practical use will be its third argument, which when combined with a proxy can be used to create different views of the same data. All right, let's see how you do this. Receiver, target, key. What the hell is this? Decimal, English, numbers view, reflect.get. What? What the hell? Wait, what's this receiver? Wait, what? I'm getting more confused. What's this receiver? Either the proxy or an object that inherits from the proxy. It's a proxy. The receiver is a proxy. Okay, the receiver is a proxy. And you call proxy, and you call this. I don't understand. What does this one give me? Decimal. Oh, that's the receiver. That's the receiver. It's an object. So when we call this, it will trap the v's get. Okay? So we'll trap the v's get. So the key is A. But I say when I trap it, I will use this receiver. And this receiver is passed in by this decimal. So we're actually calling the receiver as a function. Receiver is a function, right? It's a function passing in. So we're calling decimal 1. So this will return 1. Holy crap. But it still doesn't. All right, let's read this one. Okay, I understand what this one's trying to do. Okay, I understand. But it still doesn't solve my confusion of why this one does not get trapped. The full getter is given the proxy object, the receiver. In this case, this is the get trap for the bar is called as well. Hold on, what do you do? Case 1 is a proxy. We trap full, we'll console.log, and then return this .bar. As this is bound to the proxy, right? The get trap for the bar is called as well. And Okay, hold on. This is the object. And this is the trap. Case 1 dot full. Get gets trapped. Proxy gets trapped. What is the syntax? Have a get full. Oh, full is the object. Oh, full is the field. It's a method. So when you call full, but it gets trapped. So you call the trap first. You get a trap, and it will tell you the trap dot get. Why would you call bar though? Oh, because you call this dot bar inside, so it's another get. Full getter is given the proxy object receiver. Wait, hold a second. I don't understand. I don't understand at all. I decided to play with this. See, this is the beauty of learning this absolutely bonkers language. This is people just torture themselves. Node. Oh, I need to save this file. All right, so this is the proxy. Okay, this is the object. This is the object to proxy. But wait, hold a second. This is the object to proxy. Yeah, this is the target. This is the target. So case 1 is, my goodness, case 1 is a proxy. And I call on the proxy. That's not how it's supposed to work, right? So I call on the proxy, and this proxy, you can call on the proxy. What the hell? You can call on the proxy. Yeah, you can call on the proxy. Look at that. This is exactly this example. Target has two properties. We define a handler that returns a different value. Oh, it is. You're calling the proxy, right? Yes. Hold a second. Yes, you're calling the proxy. You don't call the target directly, because if you call the target directly, you don't get trapped. Oh, that's how trap works, right? So we give this and this. Use the proxy constructor to create a new object. This constructor takes 2. You can customize. Oh, I thought when you do the proxy, you call the original one. No, you don't call the original. You call the proxy one. You call the proxy. Yeah, so you get a proxy, which you put the original in it. So that's exactly this. So case 1 is a proxy of whatever this is, and I call case 1 dot full. Right? Let's see. We call case 1 dot full. We call case 1 dot full, which triggers a get. So the target is target, property is full, receiver is the proxy itself, right? And then I'll log this. So I'll get a target. So the target, yes, this is the target. We have a full getter and bar 3, that's the target. Property is full, yes. And the receiver is exactly the same. That's correct. And then inside this, I call reflect.get. Okay? Reflect.get, which will call the actual get of the proxy. So we basically call .get the property, right? .get the property. So the target get full will call this console.log, the full getter, and this, okay, the full getter and this shall be the object, the outside object. And then I return this dot bar. So that's the return value, okay? That's return value. But this return value, before we return, this dot bar is a get again. So I got trapped again. And when I get trapped this time, this got trapped, we are trapping bar. And then I got reflect.get. And this get is get the bar, so we return 3. And this one's fine, so return 3. Again, I don't think this one is trapping. This one doesn't get trapped. No, this one doesn't get trapped. Otherwise you'll have infinite, right? You'll have infinite. Okay, I think I understand. Not this one. I understand this one. Makes sense. But these are just, what the hell? Right? This is not supposed to be like that. Anyway, what's this? Using the unproxied object, target. So everything is the same, but I return this. This also triggers the full getter, but notice this for the full getter is the unproxied object, target. The get trap for the bar is not called. This is interesting. All right, let's try. Let's understand this one. So the difference is, instead of doing the reflect call, I get the target call the property, which is, but target is not proxied. Target is not proxied. So when you do reflect, it's proxied. I think that's what it means when you do when you go through reflect. Reflect is proxied. Where does it say? Where does it say? I think it says somewhere handler.get, right? reflect.get. It's proxied. No, that's, yeah, here. I think what it means is just when you do proxy full, it will get trapped. I think what it means is when you do this, the following get call will get trapped. You do this, will get trapped as well. But if you do target itself, yes, this one does not get trapped. It only gets trapped if you start from proxy. Now that makes sense. That makes sense. That's why when you run this baby, right? When you run this baby, the first one, .full, gets trapped, right? But then you want to call target. The second call, we call target, property. Property is full, so we're going here. We see the full getter. We get this and then return this. So this .bar does not get trapped again because this call does not start from the proxy. This call starts from the original. So that's why there's nothing. Good. I'm with you. Okay, I'm with you so far. I'm with you. The last one, using the proxied object receiver. Receiver property refers to the get trap, not the getter, causing an infinite loop. So that's the one. That's the one. That's what I'm saying. When you do reflect.get, you're using the getter, which skip. Yes, because the proxy is trapping the get function. Okay? The get function is what the proxy is trapping. But when you do reflect.get, it does not call the get function. It called the what's it called? It called the object internal method. It calls the object internal method. What is this? It's this getter. So the getter doesn't get trapped, right? The getter doesn't get trapped. What gets trapped is the get function. And when you do this, right, receiver is a proxy. So when you access proxy, you will get trapped. So when you do this, it basically trap the get again, right? It trap it again. It will do this, it'll trap again, it will do this, so infinite. Yes, now I get it. I'm like, yeah, can I give it two likes? This is just a great example. It's idiomatic for proxy. There's actually no should. Depends on use case. Of course, everything depends on use case. If your target object does not have getters, or you're not interested in what properties its getters are accessing, you might not need a fancy looking reflect. On the other hand, if you like to trigger the trap for all kinds of property access, primary or secondary, you should use reflect. All right. Yes. Good question. This one's good as well, but I don't think it's as good as this one. I like this one a lot. All right, so now we know what this thing is. All right, now let's write it. Okay, so this one is create an object, right? So basically we can say const object, doesn't matter. And then we need to say a proxy. Probably I don't even need this, right? So const res shall be new proxy. Okay. Proxy accepts two things. First is a target. That's our target. Next is a handler. This is a handler. And the handler needs to define a get function, right? So define a get. So the get will be a, you know what? I don't like this. I don't like this. I like to say handler. Okay. This one fits my style more. So a get, which will be a function while passing target, prop, receiver. Okay. And then I'll get the prop. Right? I'll get the prop. And that's exactly what we need. When you access, you need to return a function. So this one will return a function. So we'll return a function that whatever it calls, it will return prop. So that's the handler. And then we need to return, we return a proxy, which will proxy whatever target, and then we'll put handler here. Okay. Wow, the first time dealing with Proxy. Yep, that's the one. See, I'm telling you, this is very important because I'm gonna go for the new job next week. I need to know all these tricks in JavaScript. Well, learned about Proxy. Good. Good. All right. That'll be it. I mean, it's not difficult, but yeah, you do need to know about Proxy. I've never heard of this in the past. All right, anyway, I'll end it right now. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Adios.